Hi, this is Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. This is your extra read all about it for March 13th, 2020. March 13 reduces down to a number 11 day, right? Day of manifestation, enlightenment. Okay? So something's going to happen today. Something's going to happen where somebody is actually going to be enlightened over a situation. All right? I would like to say, please do not live your life by the tarot. It is you that creates your own destiny. These readings may or may not resonate. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share on these videos. Somebody out there might actually enjoy them. Also, to my subscribers, welcome back. And to any new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Today we are listening to East Side Story Oldies. Okay, it popped up this morning, so I said, what the heck? I guess I'll just go ahead and play it today. So the cards are already pre-shuffled, so we're going to go ahead and see what the general energy of today is for this extra read all about it for March 13, 2020. All right. General energy of today's reading is, okay, we have the Magician. Somebody is actually trying to manifest something right now. They're trying to manifest, bringing something about. All right. Maybe they are trying to manifest their darling baby. Wouldn't that be nice? Well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to find out what are the first four cards here for this extra read all about it for this day of enlightenment, number 11 day, a day that somebody finally figures something out. Maybe somebody is wanting to talk to another person. I got the chills when I said that, so somebody is wanting to talk something over with something, okay? Because they're not feeling good about things right now, right? So the first four cards out are, we have the Palace of Swords, we have the Page of Coins, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Seven of Coins. All right, so this is what we have starting out today, you guys. We have the Palace of Swords, somebody in a household, lots of words going on there. Could be words of intelligence, could be words of knowledge, but it could also be words of happiness, sadness, pain, and suffering, right? So if somebody's trying to manifest something, maybe they're trying to manifest something, you know, a little bit better than pain and sadness, that's for sure, right? This person could be younger than you. This person could be a younger person. I'm not going to say you because we don't know who's who here, right? But we're going to say that this Page of Coins is here because somebody is younger than another person, right? Somebody is wanting to start some financial new beginnings or start saving or, you know, just watching their money. We also have the Wheel of Fortune here, and that could be why they're watching their money, because they want to, you know, move on this Wheel of Fortune in the proper direction. And they have planted some seeds, and they're watching those seeds grow, right? And they want the seeds to keep growing because they want to move on this karmic wheel of destiny. They want to move forward in a positive direction, right? So let's find out what the next four cards are for this extra read all about it for this 11 day, March 13th, 2020. Day of enlightenment, a day that we all figure something out, right? We all figure something out today. Something's going to come up and somebody's going to be like, whoa, all right, I get it. So the next four cards we have a single person here, 9 of Coins. We have an offer coming, or actually somebody feeling sad over a situation, all right? We have the Knight of Coins coming in with a message of stability. And then we have somebody feeling left out in the cold. Now, do you guys see a trend here? Do you see that something is like up and down here? I'm kind of feeling that right here. You know, first we have, you know, Palace of Swords, you know, not such a happy home life. And then somebody wanting to start new. somebody wanting to move forward on the Wheel of Destiny, and somebody watching their seeds grow. We also have somebody who's living in this Palace of Swords, possibly a single person. So maybe it's the Palace of Swords right now because there was arguments there, right? There was some disagreements. There was some words that were passed. And now this young person, who is the Page of Pentacles, seems to be feeling sad. You guys, this person is very sad over the loss of a situation, right? And it has to do with love. So we have the Knight of Coins here. And the Knight of Coins wants to come in with a message of stability to somebody because they're feeling left out in the cold in this situation. All right, they like a situation. They like somebody who lives in that Palace of Swords, all right? And there was a fight the last time they were there. And I'm thinking that this Page of Coins, this younger person, is kind of feeling sad over the situation because that was their place of comfort. That was their home, right? That was the place where they felt ultimate love in their life. And it came crashing down on them, basically. The karmic wheel of destiny turned backwards, you know, and they didn't get something very good out of it. So let's find out what's going on here. Okay, Temperance. So this single person, right? The single person has been waiting patiently in this Palace of Swords, possibly. You know, the Palace of Swords could also be lack of information, right? Not communicating in the household, not communicating properly, right? Not communicating in a way that represents true love, right? Happy, friendly, and loving, calm and cheerful, right? And people like that, people who have true love in their heart, have absolutely nothing to fear in life because they reap what they sow, and what they sow is true love. Happy, friendly, loving, calm, and cheerful. So everybody who passes through their home, they get this treatment, right? So next we have the King of Swords. So we do have the King of Swords now. So the King of Swords could be wanting to be in this household with this single person, right? And I do see that the King of Swords is wanting to make an offer or send a message of stability with this Page of Cups here. So this King of Swords could actually be younger than this single woman, right? The single woman takes care of herself in that House of Swords, right? And so it's a house of words, definitely. A house of words, a house of patience, and a house of love. Because you see all that green right there. And you see all the pentacles. So she is financially secure, stable, and abundant, right? Her heart is open. You know, she lives in a home of knowledge, right? And she is a very patient person. You know, she has a lot of knowledge through her patience, right? We also have this younger person or a message that's premature coming in. And this message was premature, but and it was for financial security, but now somebody's feeling left out in the cold, and that's in regards to the single person. So this King of Swords could be the one feeling left out in the cold because perhaps the words he used or the knowledge that he put out when he went visiting in this House of Swords was not the right knowledge, and now somebody feels left out in the cold because, you know, the proper things weren't said, the, you know, proper knowledge wasn't spit, right? So, look what's at the bottom of the deck, by the way. Page of Swords. So we do have somebody watching another person, right? So what the next card is, it's the third of wands, right? So somebody's waiting for the most perfect time to come in, to get on this wheel of destiny, and to give somebody a message of stability. You know, now it doesn't have to always be money, you guys. It doesn't always have to be money. It could be that somebody is grounded now, right? They are stable in their mind, right? They are balanced, right? Because money isn't always what coins are all about, right? It's earth. And earth is being grounded, being stable, being a balanced person. It doesn't necessarily mean money, but, you know, money is not everything, and maybe this person has just enough to keep balanced. And but the most important thing is the balance of the mind, the balance of the heart, right? A balance between the two. So somebody's definitely watching, waiting for the time to come. So yeah, so this person could be like sitting in the park waiting, right? There could be somebody actually watching while another person, maybe they're sitting in the park, maybe they're watching from the park, right? But essentially, what they really want, they don't want to feel left out in the cold. They want to feel loved in a loving home, right? These are the seeds that they've planted, and this is what they want to see grow. They want to see love grow, true love, right? That's kind of beautiful, you guys. All right. So let's go ahead and find out what's next here in this extra read all about it, where the general energy is the magician. Somebody trying to work magic to make something happen. They want to go from the House of Swords to the Palace of Swords to the Palace of Cups. And that's what somebody's trying to manifest here, right? We start with a home, we end with a home. So somebody started out kind of rough in a household, but essentially in the end, they want to be in a loving household. And this is what's trying to be manifested here. So the next 4 cards we have out are 3 of Pentacles. So somebody wants to work on something in regards to this House of Swords. Somebody also wants to start a new beginning, but they want it to be started with truth, right? We don't want to start anything based on lies, right? We also have the, what do you call it? The 5 of Wands. So this person is thinking about moving forward with somebody, right? But they're in their head right now. They can't really make a decision, right? It's hard for them to make a decision or even send out this message because they're kind of in their head, right? We also have the 8 of Pentacles, right? The Ace, sorry, not the 8. The Ace of Pentacles. So another new beginning in financial security, safety, and balance, right? So somebody is working behind the scenes to make something happen, right? Make something happen in these 2 households, or make something happen to turn one household into another, right? So maybe the household is full of, you know, arguments, fighting, not being very, not really getting along, right? But essentially in the end, they do want this Palace of Cups, right? Wow. So that card fell out, the 2 of Wands, and that's pretty much meaning that somebody needs to talk to somebody. Somebody sees somebody as their future and wants to move towards that person. Cards going back. Let's go ahead and find out what those next 4 cards are for this extra read all about it for March 13th, 2020. So the next cards out are, wow, sorry you guys. We have the 10 of Cups. So this is what someone essentially wants with this single person, right? The single person who's financially abundant, stable, all that stuff, right? Person is free to date whoever they want, right? Free to make their own choices, and there's nobody who is making this person think otherwise, right? They think for themselves, they do for themselves. Nothing anyone can say to them can change their mind in any ways, because this person is very intelligent, and they live in the House of Swords. Right? Very intelligent. This is a house of knowledge, a house of knowing. And this person works in that house constantly to improve their knowledge. And this single person will have the 10 of Cups, and it will be based on this person's own head and heart decision. No one will be able to deter this person from making their decision, right? Now, we also have the 9 of Swords here. So this King of Swords is still worried, still thinking in their head, how can I do this? How can I present an offer of a new beginning with truth and honesty so things work in the benefit of the karmic wheel, right? Moving forward, not backwards, right? So somebody wants to move forward on that karmic wheel, but they're having a hard time because of things of the past. Something has happened in the past, right? What happened? The 10 of Swords. That's what happened. In the past, there was 10 of Swords energy, and it was not very nice, for sure. 10 of Swords never is very nice, but it had them caught up in their head. They wanted to, You know, this woman is the one who basically endured this Ten of Swords energy. This is why she makes her own decisions. Nobody says anything to her. She does her own research and she figures shit out herself. She no longer lets anybody pull the wool over her eyes, right? She no longer wants to feel left out in the cold. So she has, you know, put her mind to work to figure out what to do or what's going to happen, right? It appears that there was a lot of competition in the situation that she was in regards to this Ten of Cups energy, right? Somebody was lying. They were cheating. And this is why, you know, we have this Ten of Swords and this Seven of Wands, because somebody was a big old cheater, a liar, a deceiver. That's why that karmic wheel of destiny is there, because somebody is worried about that karmic wheel of destiny. They're all up in their head about it because of what has happened in the past. You know, cause and effect. Reap what you sow, right? Well, if you're going to reap what you sow, make sure it's true love, right? Happy, friendly, loving, calm, and cheerful, right? Because when you reap that, then you have nothing to fear. If you sow that, you have nothing to fear. Sowing the seeds of love, right? Like that song by Tears for Fears. Sowing the seeds. Never mind, you guys. I know you guys don't want to hear me sing because I have a really funky, crackly voice, but you know, it's all good, whatever. I do it with true love for you guys, right? Oh, okay, they're like, no, don't sing anymore, Mona. Okay, I won't. That's how I felt. All right, so the next 4 cards we have out are, whoa, did you guys see? King of Wands. Somebody could have fire in their chart, but we got the King of Wands here, very passionate guy. He's been very patient too, right? But we're going to put that card back. So let's find out what else is going on here. So this woman could have been dealing with the King of Wands, right? Or somebody with fire in their chart, right? So the next 4 cards we have out are, whoa, there it is again, right? So even though this single lady, you know, has gone through all this crap, right? She's still trying to make a choice in love. Still trying to figure out, should I really hang on to this love, or should I just move forward and find a new love, right? 9 of Pentacles, there she is again. So he is dealing with the 9 of Pentacles lady, the King of Swords here. This is 2 people, you guys. This is 2 people, and somebody's definitely, you know, sad over a situation, over a loss of this person, this King of Swords. He wants to go back to the Palace of Swords and be with this single woman. And he wants to build that Palace of Swords into the Palace of Cups. But he waits. He waits, and he's waiting for some cash flow to come in, right? There's some money that is owed to him, or that is his, or that he's trying to work his way out of the karmic wheel of destiny, right? He's very worried up in his head about the karma that he's going to receive for this backstabbing situation, right? He's waiting for a message to come in regards to the money, right? And he's waiting patiently, but he's still waiting for the money. So somebody is waiting for some sort of financial gain here, and they're all up in their head because they don't know if they're going to even get it. Why? Because of that Ten of Swords energy. Because they put somebody through that, or somebody put them through that, and they're wondering, am I going to get this money or not? Am I going to be able to leave here and start my Palace of Cups elsewhere? We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's a message that's going to come in regards to this Palace of Cups, and it's going to be a message of love, right? So they're trying to figure shit out on how to move forward here, because they're worried. They're waiting for their money to come in, whatever money this is, or something in regards to money. They're waiting so they can make their move, right? So yeah, maybe this person will be making a choice on who he wants to settle down with, right? He or she, right? Because, you know, maybe this person, they do have a lot of options, right? There's that 7 of Wands card. That's like a lot of options. That's competition. That's defending themselves over a situation. You know, this single woman, she don't want no 9 of Cups. She wants a 10 of Cups, and that's what she's striving for, and that's what she's going to get. You know, because we haven't seen any 9 of Cups yet, the wish fulfillment card, right? And like I said before, we don't want that shit. Yeah, wish fulfillment, wonderful, happy days. But we want the 10 of Cups. Wish fulfillment is just partying time. Okay, yes, we're together. We're going to get together. Let's tell everybody we're going to be together. Celebration goes on for about a month. But then it stops, okay? Because it's time to live life now. It's time to have the happy family and happy home and work on things together and find balance between each other, right? When you find somebody, right? That's how you get to know a person, and that's how you have everlasting loves and everlasting friendships, is through getting to know each other and communication and just experiencing each other in life, you know? So, yeah. Let's find out what are the next 4 cards in this extra read all about it for March 13th, 2020, which reduces down to a number 11 day, a day of enlightenment, a day that we finally figures things out, right? Day in March. Somebody is hoping that somebody doesn't go away, that's for sure. Page of Cups. This is a premature information coming in. Somebody wants to work on emotions with somebody, I think, right? In this home. They want to work something out. They were going to bring in a message of emotion. It could involve a child, but it just could be somebody who's immature when it comes to giving out emotions, right? Somebody who doesn't know how to give emotions properly, and they're going to try their hardest. And they're going to try their hardest. They're going to explain why. They're going to possibly explain why they have this problem, right? Because they're immature when it comes to, you know, relationships. And they didn't know any better, right? And so they want to come in with truth to somebody. And this is, of course, is the King of Swords. Yes, he's the King of Swords. King of Swords usually knows everything, right? They make it to be a king because of the trials and tribulations in life. Being a King of Swords is possibly easy, though, because whether you're homeless, whether you have a home, whether you have a lot of friends or not, if you stay in your head and you think a lot, you study a lot, you're going to quickly move up to the King of Swords, right? So we have the Knight of Cups here again, right? And the Knight of Cups is moving forward on the Wheel of Destiny. As you can see, he's facing that way, right? So he was up in his head, and now he is ready to actually send out a message of emotions and love to somebody. He wants to move forward. But, there's always a but, you guys. Somebody wanted to start something new, right? They wanted to start something new. They tried to plant that seed of intention right there, and they're trying to watch them grow. But whatever situation that they got into that they're going to be honest to you about, this pretty much stabbed them in the back. And that's the truth that they're going to come with. And they're going to be very emotional over it because they're very sad about this problem that happened with them. Of course. She knows how he feels, right? She definitely knows because she's been stabbed in the back too. Right? All right. So, what are the next 4 cards we have out for this extra? Read all about it for March 13th, 2020. Extra, read all about it for March 13th, 2020. All right, so the next 4 cards out are the 8 of Cups. So she might be actually walking away from this person and this 8 of Cups energy because maybe she's just not understanding this person and what he's coming in to try to tell her, or maybe he's told her something that she didn't want to hear. And now he's all up in his head about it because why? Tower moment came. She brought the tower down on this person. She's walking away from this individual because he said something to her that she just did not like. She felt backstabbed, right? Possibility. And now he's feeling backstabbed. She's feeling backstabbed. Why? Because he was giving to 2. He didn't want to make her a priority, right? He was giving to 2, wanted to give to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, who knows how many. But he didn't make her the priority. Right? He comes in passionately. He says all kinds of stuff, you know, just enough to get somebody going. And then he leaves. So this time she thought, well, I think I'm going to walk away from all this mess. I'm going to bring in that tower moment and say thank you very much. I'm not playing the games anymore. The game over. Game is over. And, you know, Maybe it was game on for the longest, but now it's just game over, all right? You win. She's like, you win. Have it your way. Enjoy your life. Give to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many. Me, I'm going to find that special one and give to that one for the rest of my life. Right? That's what she wants. That's how she wants it. That's what came in my mind. That's what's coming out. So we have Ace of Rods. So somebody had a lot of passionate new beginnings, and that's what brought them to be out in the cold. Because eventually all these passionate new beginnings, you got to move up, right? You got to move up to the next step. And it doesn't look like he wanted to move up any steps at all, anywhere, anyhow, anyways. He just wanted to have new passionate beginnings all over. Well, we can't always have that, you know? Time moves on. Time is fluid. You cannot keep in the same energy for the rest of your life. It's just not possible. It's not feasible. There's no growth there, right? And when there's no growth there, there's no advancement for yourself. And all you do is you age, right? You age without knowledge. You age without advancement. And that's why you see a lot of people out in the streets, living on the streets, that are very old because they wanted to stay in this Ace of Rods energy their whole life. And they never improve themselves. They never advance themselves. They never, improve the knowledge of life for themselves, right? And so that's why you see a lot of these older people, gentlemen, women, whoever, very old, beat up and torn, living on the street, because all they wanted to do was live passion in their life, right? They didn't want to actually work for it. They didn't want to put in any work for it, right? And that's where they turn into be drug addicts and people who don't actually succeed in life. That's why the rate of death, for example, in California is so high for the homeless because, they're so overpopulated. There's a lot of drugs over there, and no one has any. Everybody's trying to one-up each other, trying to make a quick buck without doing anything, working and making money, and it could be stealing, drug dealing, drug addicts, whatever. All the bad stuff that people who succeed never associate with. That's what's happening with those people, right? And this could be happening with somebody here because this person just wants to play around all the time for the rest of their life, and they're never going to really have anybody who cares or loves for them because they're always going to be giving around to whoever who knows how many, right? Person's going to die a lonely person. So let's keep moving. Let's get off that sad mode, right? Because now I'm starting to feel sad about this King of Swords who's possibly going to live that kind of life for the end of days. And if he's in a relationship with somebody and he's unhappy, he's just going to live an unhappy life until he goes. He's going to pray for the end to come, basically, after a while, right? After a while, when people are unhappy in their lives, they just pray for the end to come. And when you pray for that, Source gives you or answers your prayers because Source would prefer you to not suffer and be unhappy, right? But sometimes Source makes them survive and live through it so they can suffer for all the terrible things that they've done to others in the past, right? Karma. It's your time when Source says it's your time. Wow. That was the Emperor, you guys. Emperor is the King of Swords, isn't it? Show is. So the next 4 cards we have out are Chariot. So she is walking away and deciding to move on the Chariot in another direction. She had enough patience. This person doesn't want to talk to her or is, only contemplating talking to her. So she's just going to move on. She has no time to wait forever, right? Yeah, look at that. The 9 of Pentacles woman. She's the Empress, you guys. King of Swords. He was the Emperor. So this is actually a union that was a tower was brought to because somebody lied, because somebody wasn't honest, because somebody wanted to play around, and now he lost his Empress. Right? That's what happened. Basically, he lost his Empress because he just wanted to play around, fool around with people, have one night flings, be a drug addict, drug dealer, thief, liar, whatever. And that's the kind of guy that you're going to see on the street at an old age, walking around with a bottle or high with no direction. Right? Possibly, unless there's some changes that happen. 2020 is a year of change, right? Okay, so this person's waiting for his money to come in. Once it comes in, he's going to bring about this Ace of Cups energy, right? Now, who is he going to bring this Ace of Cups energy to, though? All the women and the debauchery and things that goes on around him? I'm telling you, she's not going to go for that. If you want to be that single guy, fucking around, whatever, your money came in, time to party up all, bring out all the big-tittied women and all the big-ass women, have them dancing for me all over the place while I waste my money on all sorts of people when, you know, I should be planning for my future and my life with my Empress, but I don't, right? I prefer to just be a junkie for the rest of my life and people to look at me as a junkie, right? That's what you want. That's what you're going to get, right? Yeah. So basically, somebody is wanting this Palace of Cups energy, but they're going to be backstabbed. Maybe they were in that Palace of Cups energy and they were backstabbed in it because somebody came in passionate messages. But look what happens. Seven of Swords. That dream was taken. That dream was taken by someone else, leaving this King of Swords possibly out in the cold, or this Empress out in the cold, right? So it started off wonderfully. Somebody wanted to manifest something beautiful, right? But it didn't work out because somebody wanted to be a player. Somebody just wanted to play around, spend his money on women, you know, and be passionate all over the place. But the one person that he was supposed to actually be with, the one that he was supposed to have his utter complete happiness with, basically walked away from them and is going on a different direction because, you know, you deceived the Empress. You know, the Empress knows. You know, the Empress has all the qualities of the queens, right? So once she hits that status, she's single. She's that single woman. Told you guys, I knew it, you guys. And she's that single woman. She's got everything. She's the Empress. Shit, she's gonna go out and find her Emperor, right? That's what she's gonna do. The Emperor card was gonna almost be put here. She was waiting for the Emperor, and she ended up, you know, walking away from it. Remember, I put the card back. You know, that was the Emperor, and then the next card out would have been the Empress, right? But somebody fucked up, and now either they gotta fix it or just let it be. And whoever passed up their Empress, just know that the Empress, you know, is a pure, nice person, and the Empress is definitely going to find her Ten of Cups elsewhere, right? She's walking away from a Ten of Cups to walk towards a different one, right? She's not going to deal with this Tower Moment person anymore. So, yeah, somebody wanted to go through a lot of ecstasy, but all they're going to receive is agony, all right, because they made the wrong choices. All right, and there's, in order to fix this, I mean, I don't even know how the person can fix this, you know, so let's hope this person really knows how to sweep somebody off their feet. I don't know, especially somebody that they've basically wiped their feet on since they've known each other, right? This person has been using this Empress as a doormat the whole time and had no idea that he was hurting his soulmate, the one that he's supposed to be with for the rest of his life, the one that's going to bring complete love and happiness into his life. Use that person as a doormat, and that's pretty fucked up, right? And yeah, I can agree. It's really fucked up that somebody used the Empress as a doormat. But you know what? That fool, if he tries to come back and tries to get her back, she's going to probably use him as a doormat. No, she probably won't. The Empress doesn't do that. But King of Swords is rude like that. He will use somebody as a doormat, talk shit about them behind their back. And yeah, he hasn't made it to Emperor yet, right? Because the Emperor card never made it to the mat. Impasse. So she wants to walk away from all this garbage, but she's in an impasse right now, right? It could have to do with this traveling, moving forward, right? Could be in regards to not being able to make up their mind because something happens, right? Impatience. This King of Swords is an impatient person, right? And he is dealing with the Empress. He's impatient, and he's dealing with somebody who is the Empress because she's married, you know, because Empresses can be Empresses if they just get married because they're automatically forced to be nurturing, loving, caring, whatever. They're forced, but doesn't mean that they do get that way, right? You can't turn a hoe into a housewife, right? You cannot do that. Just because you marry someone because they're pregnant doesn't mean that they're going to have all the qualities of the Empress. They're going to be considered the Empress because they're married and they're a wife and mother, whatever. But it doesn't necessarily mean they're mature enough to hold that status. They're just holding the name, not the status. right? This single woman over here, she holds the name and the status, and she's single, and doesn't even need to be married, right? But somebody got involved with someone else and was giving to two, and that's what happened here. Wanting to be that player mentality, want to be go sleeping around all over town, spreading diseases all over, impregnating whoever you don't even know, right? Yeah. She doesn't want a toy, right? She wants a man, right? That's what she's saying. Go and play with the toys because she's an adult, she's a woman, and she's looking for a man, right? Her time is way too expensive. Oh, God, these songs are so appropriate, right? So the next two cards we have out are gossip, all right? So there's been a lot of gossip in this situation. This is what caused all the problems. It was gossip. Women gossiping about bullshit, right? And this person probably hangs around a lot of women. Why? Because he's a player. So all he does is he hears gossip from these women. He likes to hang around women. He wants to be praised by women. And so what does he do? He listens to all their gossip. Because he doesn't know any better. He doesn't know any better. Anybody who's been teaching him his whole life has been deceiving him into thinking things that just aren't true. And this is where confusion takes place because he's so confused. He thought he did the right things. He thought he was going in the right direction, but he wasn't. Why? Because he's hanging around all these bitches that are talking shit about whoever and whoever, trying to make him think things, put him all up in his head, which is why he's the King of Swords. And now he doesn't know what to do because he fucked everything up because he listened to a bunch of ratchet bitches, basically, right? That's what happened. You know, whether they're family members or not. They're all ratchet and they're all bitches. And that's what happens when you listen to those kind of people, right? But when you roll with the true love people, you only roll with happy, friendly, loving, calm, and cheerful people. People who don't talk shit about each other. People who love each other and appreciate and respect each other just because they're human beings, right? Unlike the people that this person knows, all right? So, yeah, that's basically what I have for today for this extra read all about it. We're going to move these to the side because I'm still going to throw some stars down, you guys. I just have them in a different spot today. I washed some things and I threw this up as a quickie last night so you guys could have some nice background to look at. I don't know, it's really nothing, but, you know. So, let's find out. We're going to find out what is going. Let me give it a good shake. Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright. Yeah, somebody's not a little boy anymore. It's time for him to grow up, basically, is what's happening here, right? Time to grow up. You are not a little boy. It's time for you to grow up. Look, dishonorable, inventive, losing. Holy shit. Okay, and then we have kind. So, with these four words right here, I'm thinking someone was really dishonorable, but they were inventive in this dishonor, right? They made plans of action to express this dishonor, right? But in the end, they ended up losing, right? They ended up losing because there was somebody who was very kind who stepped into the equation, and this was something that turned everything absolutely stressed out for somebody, right? Because this person, this kind person, started making them believe in something, right? Maybe they started making them believe in love, right? But this person who lost out on another individual is feeling very depressed right now because that person that has changed them is the actual genuine article, right? That's their angel baby, and that's what happened. Their angel came in, they deceived their angel, now they are depressed and stressed out because that angel made them believe in love, and now that angel is gone. Okay? And so they don't know what they're going to do now, right? Yeah. All right, you guys. That's what I have for this extra read all about it for March 13th, 2020. Hopefully you've been enlightened through this situation of what's been going on here. You know, there is love in the air right now. And I suggest that if you have a love out there that you've done wrong, that you go ahead and you apologize. You know, whether you guys get together or not, the noble thing to do would be to apologize for all that went wrong. So people can move on their way and move on and live happy lives, right? So let's go ahead and find out what letters we have now. We have P, we have C, we have N, we have Q, we have C, we have V, we have P, and we have S. So somebody you know, you or somebody you know, could have one of these letters in their name, an initial. You could also use it as an acronym. It could be in your name, could be a cousin's initial, whatever, mother, father, third cousin removed, who knows, whatever. But one of these letters could resonate somehow, and this could be your reading, if anything resonates here, right? So listen, you guys, subscribe, like, comment, and share on these videos so we can keep them going. That would be fantastic. The more videos we get out, the more that show. And hit the little bell if you want to get any notices for my readings. If you want to know when I break out with the next reading, then hit that notification bell. But other than that, my name is Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.